we're just going to start with settling, yeah? So a body awareness exercise. And we'll do that for about 10-15 minutes. So the main reason that we do that is not so I get more time to think about what I'm going to say, but so that we start to, kind of get away from our habitual rushed. I know for me, living in London, it can be so rushy. I can be doing one thing 1 minute and then just go completely into something very different the next. And that usually puts us up in our heads. So we need to start to settle, we need to start to get into our bodies. Because to actually make progress and become more wise, we do that not in our heads. It's not a smart idea. It's actually everywhere. It's sort of more in the guts than in our heads. So let's get in contact with something that's not our thoughts, yeah? So I'll lead us through 10-15 minutes body awareness exercise, and then I'll say more after. So yeah, you can just settle into meditation posture. Oh yeah, and welcome if you're online as well. Good. Good, so you're just closing your eyes to begin with. So just letting go of any areas of gripping in your body, any obvious tensions you can just let go of. Begin to relax. So your face, letting your lips drop. No need to hold on to your face. You can soften the gaze behind the eyelids as well. And allowing the eyebrows to unfurrow. Good, and just letting your shoulder blades roll down your back. And letting go of any gripping in the arms. The hands. You can also become aware of the sensations of the hands, the raw sensations as they touch the blanket or the cushion in front of you. Might even get a sense of the energy in the hands or the warmth. Great, so moving up, back up to, this time to your chest, and particularly in the middle of your chest, around where the heart is. Bringing your focus, bringing your awareness here. So noticing any sensations here, whether pleasant or unpleasant, or even you can notice if there is nothing much going on. That's also fine. As you move down to the tummy, again, see if you can notice what's there. Now down to the sitting bones, the bum. Here you can let your weight just drop down through the cushions or down through the chair. You can relax any gripping, any holding on. as you move down to your legs. So particularly the thigh muscles, which is where we can grip quite strongly. You can just let go. Just start to ungrip if you're holding on. And same with the lower half of your legs. So you can also imagine your calf muscles melting into the floor. And then your feet. So noticing noticing the sensations in the feet, and even the touch of the feet on the ground. Here you can imagine your feet drawing up energy from the ground, from the earth. And sort of reinvigorating the rest of your body through the earth, from the earth through the feet. Okay, good. And now just expanding your awareness, so you can take in the sounds in the room, just letting them come into your experience and leave without latching onto them, without thinking about them. You can even do the same with any thoughts, any kind of narratives going through your mind. So they are just thoughts. They aren't you. after I ring the bell, you can come out of meditation posture. Okay. So yeah, you can come out of meditation posture for now. I'm just going to say a few things. So yeah, the next 3 weeks, as you know, is the challenge. So I will be teaching, and Vimokshimati she'll be on that side next week, or on this side, and I'll be on that side. But she's not here today. And what we're going to do is look at this. Well, this is a talk. It's a talk. I would say lecture series, but it's a talk, and it was done by Sangharakshita. It was given by Sangharakshita a long time ago, in the 60s or 70s, and this is a kind of what I'm going to talk about, what we're going to talk about. So it's called Mind Reactive and Creative, or Mind Reactive and Creative. And we're going to go through what that means. I mean, I've been practicing for years, and I still learn every time I look at this about what that means. So you might be thinking, okay, you might even be thinking, what do you mean by mind? Is it my brain? Is it, Buddhism says usually mind's more than your brain, right? And you might be thinking, what is reactive and creative? And we're going to sort of go into that more and more. But to begin with, I'm just going to get you to do something, sort of exercise, and why I want you to do this is just to sort of illustrate that, what we do with our mind has an effect, yeah? How we act has an effect. And that is the basis of all practice, all Buddhism is we start with we start with taking responsibility for our actions, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring to mind a couple of things, and then we're going to sort of sit with them. So one thing is we're going to bring to mind a time where we did something we weren't proud of. Yeah, so maybe a time where we were selfish, or a time where we, stole something, or a time where we weren't honest, where we maybe could have been, or we needed more courage, but we didn't sort of do that. When we told a lie, something that we're not proud of, yeah? So we'll do that. We'll bring it to mind, and just bring it to mind, we'll be sitting. And what I want you to look for is, so what happens, what's both the mental and the physical counterpart. So usually whatever we do in meditation, whatever we bring up, there's a physical counterpart. So we might tense up in particular places, we might sort of slouch or something, or things get a bit tighter and colder, in this instance probably. But something changes in our physical, in our bodies. So you just notice what's going on there when you're bringing that to mind. Am I tense? Where am I tense? Or maybe not, maybe I'm open and relaxed. You'll probably see that you won't be if you bring these things to mind in this exercise. We'll do one later that's different. So yeah, the physical and then mental. So what are the kind of things that are going through your mind? What are the stories? What are the narratives? The sort of I don't know, blame or guilt, or I'm so bad I shouldn't have done that. Or maybe it's sort of more positive. Maybe there's a remorse that you did that, but you think, I don't want to do that again. That's sort of more positive. Guilt's more like, I'm so silly I did that. Guilt's more like we keep going round and round and keep saying something bad about ourselves, but we're just basically going round and round ourselves. So it's not positive. Remorse is more like, I don't want to do that again. I want to do something better. Yeah. So what's going on in your mind? What's the kind of mental, the sort of, what are the thoughts going on? Okay, good. So we'll sit with that for about 5 minutes. Yeah. Something you're not proud of, something that you did. Yeah. So just bringing that thing that you are not proud of to mind. And just noticing what you do with your body and with your sort of mental, with your mind, as it were. So why don't you turn around to someone next to you and just talk about how that was, particularly the kind of mental and physical counterparts of what you were dwelling on. So we'll have a few minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes, and try and talk to someone you don't know. Obviously the next thing is we're going to do is the opposite thing. So we're going to think of something that we've done, where we feel, proud. So that can be being generous. When we've been generous to someone, when we've acted, particularly when we've acted honestly, and particularly if we sort of took a risk or something and we acted honestly, we sort of stuck to our, sort of moral compass or something like that. Yeah, generous, honest, loving, or maybe even, I'm thinking like the times that I just didn't act. I didn't get myself in trouble. I was patient, I suppose. I guess that's what I mean. Bring that to mind. And do the same. So look at it sort of physically and what's coming up in your mind. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that for a few more minutes. So one more time. Why don't you turn to the same person, just talk about how that was. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to hear back from you, but I mean, at least from what I saw looking around, it looked like the reactive mind, I saw a lot of shoulders up in your conversations, what you're saying. Shoulders up and something about throat being blocked. So, and then not the reactive, sorry, the first exercise more like that. The second exercise is more like, I saw a lot more people going like that. So that's good. So yeah, I mean, I'll say in the second half I'll talk about the reactive mind a bit more, and we'll get to do a bigger chunk of practice, yeah. But in a way, I just wanted to show you that there are, there's clearly a difference. How we act does make a difference in our being, yeah, and that would be relevant with what I talk about in the second half. So. We only have about 5 minutes left, so why don't we just do? We'll do the first stage of the metta bhavana, so bringing metta to ourselves, and then I'll ring the bell, and then after I ring the bell, that just means first bit is finished, and you can make your way to the mural room, have a cup of tea, have a biscuit. So first stage of the metta bhavana. Leaving quietly for the tea break when you're ready. We did that thing, didn't we, in the first half? We looked at our sort of actions. I just wanted to look at a bit at the reactive mind to begin with. So I'll say a little bit about what the reactive mind is, and that's it really, and then we'll meditate and do something else. I'll tell you in a sec. As I said, the reactive mind, the creative mind, the reactive mind, these are terms that you can get to know over years and years and years, so you sort of won't understand it now. I don't understand it fully. But yeah, so we sort of, generally speaking, have two modes of being, or two modes of sort of responding to the world. One way is reactively, and the other way is creatively, very broadly. Actually, there's a third way, but we'll get onto that probably in the third week. Reactive and creative are on a similar plane, yeah? There's something on a bit of a higher plane. But the reactive mind is, it says, I'm just reading a bit out of here, so it says it doesn't act, but it reacts, and it doesn't act, instead of acting spontaneously out of inner fullness and abundance, it requires an external stimulus to function, to set it in motion. So the example that is given in this book is an old example from the 80s, or the 70s even, sorry. And it's about seeing an advertisement for cigarettes. And then that then sets in chain a motion of events of, you see the advertisement, you get that, I know as an ex-smoker, you get that tension or that kind of, want that gripping that you want that, and you sort of grasp after it, don't you? Actually, we get that hit of pleasure and we then grasp after it. And then obviously once we've done that, we basically set it in motion all over again. That's a kind of reactive mind. So it's unaware. The reactive mind is unaware. All of this is happening basically outside of our awareness. If we were more aware, we would be able to stop the tendency. So it's mechanical. He describes it as penny in the slot machine kind of mind. So you insert the coin and then out comes a packet. And then he also says it's repetitive. So, you can think about it. You can also think in terms of habits, habitual things that we do that we don't sort of think about, but little rituals maybe that we have that we don't think about, but just repeat and repeat and repeat, and even states of mind that we get into that we're just so familiar with. Often it's that. It's like we've got a familiarity with a particular way of being, a reactive mind. We've got a familiarity with a particular mood or a particular emotion, and we seem to always go into that same thing. It's like, why do I always go into that same thing? It could be a story about ourselves, a narrative, or a story about the world. Why do we go into that same narrative? So all of these things can, there's external stimulus, and that sort of sets it off. And that can be, anything from cigarettes to our views about the world. We can get it with political views, where we hear a particular side of the argument, of the spectrum, and then we react in a particular way. So we can react negatively, we can react against something, we don't like that. We can react positively in the sense that, like cigarettes, we want it, like that kind of echo chamber. Again, we're going into politics, that political echo chamber. We hear it and we think, oh yeah, that's great, that's me. I'm about, I kind of identify with that. So all of that is, a lot of the things that sort of happen in our mind are unconscious, habitual, repetitive, reactive. Actually, Bhante, as we call him, which means Bhante Sangharakshita, Bhante means teacher. Bhante says that we are just reactive creatures. Most of our actions are reactive. We're not aware of them. We just act, which is quite a thing to think about, isn't it? You know, what does that mean about our lives? What does that mean about us? The things we identify with, who we are. Who are we if a lot of the things that we do are unconscious, sort of grasping or pushing away kind of things. Anyway, that's one spin. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. But what I want to do really is just to say that despite that, we can't like face all of this, and we can't try and change this just by lots of sheer will and sheer effort of mind. Yeah. So you might think, okay, yeah, fine, great, I've just heard this about a reactive mind, so next time I see a cigarette packet, I won't feel that. Or next time this happens, I'll just be like wood, I'll be unmoved or something. But sheer will won't do it, yeah? Sheer will won't do it in terms of our practice, in terms of our Dharma life. What we need more is a kind of positive ideal that we can identify with more, yeah? So, for example, like I live in a community with Dario. Dario lives in the community upstairs with me and 10 others. And yeah, at dinner today, before dinner, I was in a bad mood. Not a stinker, but a bad mood. And I went to dinner, and there were so many people around and so much positivity that I sort of forgot myself, and I was able to sort of get out of it, basically. So that a kind of, I guess for me, that positive ideal of community with a sense of shared ideal, yeah, which is what I'm here for, a shared ideal of growth, for example, of love, loving kindness, generosity. That helped me have a bigger mind in that moment. I wasn't just thinking about myself all the time. So the reactive mind just sort of doubles down on itself always. And a positive ideal, a positive vision of your life gives you a way to basically look at the bigger picture. So I'm not really talking about the creative mind, but I'm just saying that the reactive mind can't be dealt with on its own level by just sheer will of, I'm just going to stop thinking like that. No. What we need to do is basically, what do we need to do? Put ourselves in more positive conditions for something different to happen. Yeah, something more positive to arise. We need to open our hearts up as well. So much of the reactivity is, and the kind of habitual nature is just because our hearts are closed, and I don't know. Like for me, it feels quite childish. I sort of go back into a bad habit, and it feels quite childish. I feel like my heart's closed. Like I don't know how to grow up or something. Anyway, that's sort of a bit of an aside, but what we're going to do is we're going to do the metta-bhavana, so we're going to try and cultivate that open-heartedness, and then we're going to do a short ritual, short puja. So the only thing to say about puja ritual We'll do it in call and response. So I'll say a verse and you repeat. And try not to be reactive, i.e. try not to think, oh my God, what is this? Or I'm being, just see where it goes. You don't need to fully do it if you don't want, but just see if there's a change in your sort of mind or consciousness, if something opens up a bit more while you're doing it. So we'll have a mantra at the end, and then during the mantra, just keep it going and go with me in the mantra. And you can make an offering of incense if you like. And then at the end, the mantra will die down. It's fine, there's incense here.
No, I was going to leave people out. Maybe make some space.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that in a sec. And when the mantra dies down, just sit with the silence, very nice, rich silence. And then we can go back into the world. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe if the two of you could just move down a little bit, just make a little bit of space. Actually, you could come here, because I think Ben's left, and then we'll just get rid of that. So yeah, look, we're going to meditate, do the metta bhavana. So if you set up, and we'll meditate for over 20 minutes, and then we'll do a ritual puja. And if you want to join in and you don't know how to, just see what other people are doing, and they'll know how to. You can bring your awareness to your heart, middle of your chest. You do a period of the metta bhavana. Threefold puja. Opening reverence. We reverence the Buddha, the perfectly enlightened one, the shower of the way. We reverence the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha, which leads from darkness to light. We reverence the Sangha, the fellowship of the Buddha's disciples, that inspires and guides. Reverence to the Three Jewels. We reverence the Buddha, and aspire to follow him. The Buddha was born as we are born. What the Buddha overcame, we too can overcome. What the Buddha attained, we too can attain. We reverence the Dharma and aspire to follow it. With body, speech and mind until the end. The truth in all its aspects. The path in all its stages. We aspire to study, practice, realize. We reverence the Sangha and aspire to follow it. The fellowship of those who tread the way. As one by one we make our own commitment. An ever widening circle. The Sangha grows. Offerings to the Buddha. Reverencing the Buddha, we offer flowers. Flowers that today are fresh and sweetly blooming. Flowers that tomorrow are faded and fallen. Our bodies too, like flowers, will pass away. Reverencing the Buddha, we offer candles. To him who is the light, we offer light. From his greater lamp, a lesser lamp we light within us. The lamp of Bodhi shining within our hearts. Reverencing the Buddha, we offer incense. Incense whose fragrance pervades the air. The fragrance of the perfect life. Sweeter than incense. Spreads in all directions. Throughout the world. O Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Svaha. 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 O Shakyamuni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni 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 Shakyamuni Swaha. Okay, so that's all we have time for today. Do give if you can, just like Savannah Jyoti said. If you feel moved to give a donation, do that. And otherwise, if you could just help us put the mats in the corner over there and then the cushions on the side. That's good.